And then I'm going to share my screen with you, the PowerPoint. So hopefully, can you, nope, didn't do it that way. Hold on one second.
Yesterday.
Share screen.
They have chips, so. I thought if they were thinking not or heard, that may have been anybody's, they're doing a little chips for them. So, you know, like.
And hopefully I'll be able to see if somebody tries to get into the room.
Yeah.
Let me move that out of the way.
Pretty weird combination. Great name.
All right, so to begin with, registration is $95. Registration closes May the 12th, which is Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. All advisors and contestants must register. It will be the same registration that you used for state, only you'll go in there and choose NLSC. The types of registration is for the advisor, a contestant, a participant, yes, and models of excellence. So like I said, you will go on to the website, skillsusaregister.org. You'll log in, you will click on conference tab, my registration, click the new registrant, select the type, select the contest if they're competing, save and continue. Two of the biggest things are the conference liability and release form. And it's absolutely crucial for you to provide an accurate birth date and a valid and unique email address for the contestant and the advisor. That's how, if you use the Skills USA Next Thought Hub for your state contest, that's how they will get that information. You must provide a home address for the contestants, delegates, and state officers. Again, the registration must be received by the Alabama Skills USA Association by May the 28th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. And that has to be sent to Alabama Skills USA Association, P.O. Box 302101, Montgomery, Alabama, 36130-2120. There are scholarships that are available out there. The first one is the NLSC Career Competition Grant provided by Harbor Freight Tools for Schools and the Hope Fund, and it's to help offset the cost. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a little bit when we go into the Excel spreadsheet, similar to what was created for the state conference. This is where you will click to go apply for that grant. And it is due May the 14th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time as well. The other important scholarship is the NLSC Registration Scholarship, and it's provided by Harbor Freight Tools for Schools and the Hope Fund. This is strictly just for registration. If your contest does not have any extra fees with them, this $95 will cover that and offset it for the 2021 virtual National Leadership and Skills Conference. And you would click here to go to that one. It is recording. Tessa Brown is going to put it on our YouTube channel, our social media, and our website when we get finished. For carpentry and teamworks competition, there's a support grant. For carpentry, the competition is $500, and for teamworks, it's $1,500. And that form is down here as well. Some important dates to remember is there is an instructor's orientation that will be May 28th. The pin design orientation artwork has to be postmarked by Friday, May the 28th. The Skills USA Next Thought Hub will open June the 1st. Orientation for automated manufacturing technology is June the 1st as well. Well, as we're going through all of these important dates, it's not going to list every one of the competitions because the majority of them will be during that June 14th through June 18th window. These are the ones that are due ahead of time. Promotional bulletin board orientation is June the 1st. Robotics and automation technology orientation is June 1st. The community service notebook has to be submitted in an electronic format on June the 2nd. Industrial motor controls orientation is June the 2nd. Opening and closing ceremonies orientation is June the 2nd. The majority of contests for the skills knowledge test, the resume, the notebook submissions, and most technical assessments are due on June the 7th. Also on June the 7th is the automotive service technology orientation, barbering, the live video and in-person. Career Pathway Showcase is pre-recorded in the Championships Hub. CNC milling technician and turning orientation. Electrical construction wiring orientation. And the t-shirt design orientation is June the 7th. Chapter display notebooks must be submitted. Bear with me as I move this around. June the 7th. Promotion bulletin board PDF in the hub, June the 7th, and the live presentation is June 7th through the 9th. Robotics and automation technology contest is June the 7th through the 10th. On June the 8th, the automated manufacturing contest for high school, the barbering pre-recorded videos with pictures, the CNC milling contest, the first aid CPR orientation, and the CNC turning contest is actually June 8th through the 9th. On June the 9th, the automated manufacturing contest for post-secondary, the automotive service technology contest for high school, the CNC turning contest, and the aesthetics orientation and oral presentation is on June 9th. Automotive service technology contest for post-secondary is held June 10th, and the mechatronics orientation is June the 11th. Like I said before, June 14th through the 18th, the majority of the contests will be held that week. June 19th through the 21st is leverage, and that's for state officers only. June 22nd, there's a delegate kickoff and a training session from 1 to 3. June 22nd, from 4 to 6, there's a delegate social activity. If anyone is interested in being a delegate, just email me at felicia.bruce@alsde.edu. On June the 22nd through the 24th, the advisor's professional development training is going on. June 23rd, there's a delegate meet the candidates from 1 to 3. Then the delegate business session from 4 to 6. And on June the 24th is the awards and the recognition session. Again, on June the 28th, leverage is still going on for the state officers. July 5th, leverage is going on for the state officers, and July 12th. You will need to go to this website to find out the contest updates. So we'll click on that and it'll take us right to nationals, and it will tell you all about your contest updates. But then the other tab that you're most interested in is going to be this one, and it's in the PowerPoint, the next slide. And this is what I was telling you about, where to find your information about your contest. Very similar to what we did at state. So anything in blue indicates a special date, an event for competition, and all other contests will be held during the week of June 14th. Again, that link is in the slideshow. So you will scroll down. Just trying to look. So like for collision repair, it's got your approximate cost of supplies and materials to be able to compete. And that's why it's imperative that you apply for those grants that I was telling you about, so that it could offset those costs for your competition. But if you don't have one for CNC turnings, for example, they don't have a cost. So they would just want to apply for the registration scholarship. Keep in mind that when you are going through that chart that I just showed you, if you have any questions for the specific contests, you will need to contact nationals. Those are not contests that we created. So they would be able to answer any of your questions. And that is in the slideshow at the very end. Give me 1 second to get back over there to it. With the helpline right there. And I know that everybody has a lot of questions, and I will be happy to try and answer any of them that I can. Let's see if I can scoop this back over here. And then if you want to put your, either unmute yourself or put your question in the chat.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
It would probably be me to ask first, right?
Hold on 1 second. I was expecting you to. No, just kidding. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to do something. Okay, yes, ma'am.
So, as you know, I have college, right?
Yes.
And what I am wondering, I know this is virtual, and then you've given me dates that our contest is going to be.
Yes.
So for the contests that we're participating in that's computer-based,
Mhm.
will my students need to be on campus being video recorded during those times?
And I'm going to have to refer you again to nationals on that, but I will tell you a few things. When you click on that chart that I just showed you, the Excel chart, it gives you all the information about the contest. And I know this morning it was brought up, well, what do you do if you have students, as most of you do, in multiple contests? And I think that's where it could be, it tells in that Excel chart that who's ever doing the videoing could be another student. They just want to be sure that there is a responsible adult in there with them, especially when it's more of the hands-on for safety reasons. But again, for nationals, that would be a question for them.
So does that mean we have to register these folks that are
Mr. Locke, if that's you speaking, I think you're breaking up.
really involved in our
Is it Mr. Locke or Mr. Minyard?
And what is me? I mean,
Okay,
somebody,
must
there's
have been
somebody
Mr.
out there that sounds like me.
It must have been Mr. Minyard. No, the
Sorry
registration
about,
fee.
is it clear now?
No, sir. The registration fee needs to be in Montgomery, received on May the 28th. And again, that's in the slideshow as well. Mr. Black, you'll receive a copy of the PowerPoint as soon as we are finished, and we can get it, the Zoom recorded or finished doing what it's got to do. Miss Brown is going to be putting it on our YouTube channel. Where else, Miss Brown? It'll be in Scoop on Skills as well. So, but the biggest thing that needs to be addressed is just get your students registered. Go look at those links, apply for those scholarships, because, you know, the more that you don't have to spend on this, the better it'll be. So I would just encourage you or your students. The contest that covers the materials, that one I think needs to be filled out by your administrator, showing the need. for your students to be able to compete. And the other one, I'm not sure if the students have to create a, like a 500 word essay or what exactly for that one. I think that those grants will be announced on June 1st. And again, the PowerPoint will be put in Scoop on Skills. Everyone should have received a few times. Friday, Mr. Upton sent out the winner's letter, and I believe today, Ms. Brown also submitted the winner's letter and the advisor's guide. The registration fees need to be in Montgomery by the 28th. Registration closes on the 12th.
Where did you say the PowerPoint would be?
Ms. Brown is going to put that in the Scoop on Skills that you receive weekly. And I'm going to put my email address in the chat. And if you're not getting those, let me know and I'll pass it on to Ms. Brown so that she can get you on that mailing list. The medals were sent out last Thursday. And yes,
We
Mr.
actually
Owen,
received ours today.
you received yours today? Okay, good. And also within that packet, it had your contestant numbers so that you can check your scores. Yes, it is $95 for the students and $95 for the advisor. Yes, Mr. Black, that is correct.
So Lisa, I know I was cutting out earlier. This is Jonathan Minier.
You're better now. I can hear you.
Okay, the participants we have that may have to run a camera because we're it's instructed, we're going to be at other locations maybe at the same time. Do they also have to be registered?
No, the students that are running the camera do not have to be registered, but again, for safety reasons, they need a legal adult in that room with them.
Yes, obviously. Okay. So, but even that adult wouldn't have to be registered, right?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Again, you're welcome. And again, though, if you have any questions about specifics for those contests, once you look at the Excel chart or the Google chart, you would need to call Nationals directly because we don't control those contests any longer. We, what's at stake, that's Nationals that handles that. Again, if you have anybody that would be interested in being a delegate, to sit in on the delegate sessions and have a voice and have a vote, just email me and let me know, and we will add them to it. It's a good opportunity for students that are maybe interested in the leadership side of things to become familiar with it and what it looks like on the national level.
Hi, I'm sorry, I didn't hear whether or not you said it would be 95 for the student and the advisor, or just the student?
No, it's 95 for the student and the advisor.
95 per student?
Yes. And so, again, that's why you want to apply for, especially if you have multiple students, that's why you want to apply for that registration grant that's out there. And that has to be done, like I said, that one's due the 14th. That'll be Friday. Mr. Brooks, do you have a question? Well, you just muted yourself, but I guess not.
Well, how about I can't figure this technology stuff out.
Sure.
Hey, On the hub, you know, the
Yes.
hub that we registered for and we did state,
Mhm.
is that going to be a new registration for the national hub, or do we just use that same registration, that same hub link?
It's gonna be the same hub, but it's gonna be a different room. Like when Nationals built those, they built those for district, they built those for state, and then they built them
What?
for nationals. You know how at the beginning it would say 137
Yeah.
AMT? Well, theirs is a different number because this is at the national level. So just be sure that you have a valid email address for not just yourself, so that you can get in the advisors portal, but for your students. And again, you know, I know at the state level and the district level, I had to go in to the ones that I was managing. I had to go in and invite your students using another email address because for some reason, you know, whether or not your IT did the whitelist or what exactly happened there. But I don't
Yeah.
know that Nationals is going to be able to go in and invite every single student. So just be sure that,
Okay.
and Steve, you could speak better on this than anybody, because I think you're on a first name basis with people at Nationals dealing with that hub. Okay.
I will be at the end of this probably, trying to figure it all out. So,
Yeah, but I think by us doing it at district and then doing it at state, I think it's prepared, you know, a little bit better to know how things are going to run. And, you know, Nationals is aware of some of the issues that we had, and they've assured us that they have fixed those things. So,
yeah, no, I think district and state was a good dry run for nationals. So I'm glad we did it that way. Very good. Thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
Mhm.
So other than that, just talking about registration, when those deadlines are, when you have to have the money and when the scholarships or the grants close out. Those are just the basic things that you needed to know to be able to move forward with this. And again, you've got the email that Ms. Brown sent, you've got the email that Mr. Upton sent, and then we'll be sending you this PowerPoint as well. Does anyone have any questions?
How soon can you get that PowerPoint?
It may be this evening, it may be first thing in the morning. You're welcome.
Is every contest going to be virtual this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. I can't wait till we get back to in person next year. You know, normally when we have these winners meetings directly after the award ceremony, it's just a little bit different than having to do the virtual thing and making sure that we've got all these, and it's such a tight window, tighter than it's ever been, but you know, that's just the way that it is with the way things are going virtually. So, but you've got my email address, telephone number. Ms. Brown's available, Mr. Upton's available. If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to us, but I would definitely go ahead and get registered and fill out those grants. Congratulations again to everybody. I hope we're gonna represent Alabama well.
Yeah, that's okay.
And if no one has any other questions, then y'all are free to go. This went much quicker than I had anticipated. Thought there would be more questions. I'm sure there will be. But maybe we can get with Nationals and get y'all the answers that y'all need. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Bruce.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Blessings.
Thanks, dear. See you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ms. Bruce.
You're welcome.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
Hey, it's Gina Bartashaw. I had a parent conference meeting at 3.
Okay.
So I had to be in on that, and I
Okay.
apologize. I know we did have a state winner from Dothan, and so I'm gonna get him registered in the morning because I know that's it, right? Tomorrow's the last day.
The 14th is the last day.
Oh, okay.
You mean
I
the
thought it was
12th?
the 12th.
Oh, no, don't listen to me at all. It's the 12th. That'll
Okay,
be
I thought it was
Wednesday.
the 12th. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm sure you went through the whole rundown again. Again, I apologize. I
No.
got pulled to that. I had already told my principal I had this, and he was like, "No, you have to be in this meeting." So I apologize.
Absolutely, no worries.
Do you have is there a place I register him? I mean, I'm like out of the gamut here.
Yes, ma'am. I will share my screen and show you how to do that.
Okay. I'm sorry. If you
No,
want
no,
to
no,
email
no.
it to me, I can do that. I know you probably have things to do.
Have you gone in and registered before?
Not for nationals because we won the year that COVID happened and they
Okay.
decided not. We won the pin last year and I guess they didn't produce the pin.
Right.
So I haven't, because that was my first year teaching last year.
So did you register for state?
Yeah, I registered for state.
It's the same way. You'll go to that same skillsusa.org. You'll log in. You'll go to my conference, and all of that is in the PowerPoint that I showed earlier, and also in the recording. So we're going to get this out to you all.
Okay, I'll just watch that then. I'll just go ahead and try to take care of it. Now, are they actually having nationals, or is it going to be virtual? What?
Yes, it's all virtual. Yes,
all
ma'am.
virtual. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's all under conferences, and I just go find the nationals, right?
You will, but if you'll look at the PowerPoint, as soon as we're done here and we end the recording, Miss Brown is gonna, once it's done compressing,
Perfect.
she's gonna put it in Scoop on Skills and get it out to you all.
Okay, and it's just the winner, right? He just won the T-shirt. That's the only one I send on.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, thanks for
Hey,
hanging out with
Lisa.
me a minute.
You're welcome. Yes, ma'am.
And did you say, because I've got a 2-man team, so is it 95 per student and advisor or 95 per event? How does that
95
work?
per registration.
So that would be for each student.
Yes.
So I need to find out for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to be sure that I understood because, right, and I hope they get that information in there because I know I'm going to need to know how much time the students will need to take off work before they'll commit, and I've only got 2 days to do that. So,
well, I would just go ahead, worst case scenario, Nana, I would just go ahead and register them. You can always take them out.
oh, because if we didn't pay the registration by the later date, they wouldn't make us come back and pay it. Okay, I'll do that.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
idea.
Yep.
And they said, and they pay you for something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try to figure out, there's the leave button. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Miss Bruce?
Yes.
I'm new to this, but you had said that they were sending emails out, and I've been getting the ones from Upton Bryan, but you said there was some from Miss Brown, Mrs. Brown.
Yes.
Well, I'm not seeing any of my email chain from that, and I'm not seeing many of the scoops either. I think they're being eaten by our filter. Do you know when she would have sent some out or what the topic would have been?
Yeah, I think they come from tessa.brown@alsde.edu.
Okay, I will look for them.
But let me, will you put your email in the chat, Ms. Stroud? So that Ms. Brown can be sure that we get you included in that.
It's in the chat. This is the first time we competed,
Okay.
competed in, I'm a little bit lost.
Well, and the unfortunate thing is, especially since this is the first time that you've competed, is because it's virtual. And that's just a challenge that we've all had to face, but surely to goodness next year, it'll all be back in person. But we're excited that you competed and have winners. What contest was it, Ms. Stroud?
Programming.
Ms. Brown said that you are on that list that she's been sending it out to. She said you'll need to, you may need to check
Spam filter. Yeah, I'll go
Yes.
digging through.
and be sure that she that you add her to that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I guess I'm gonna stop recording and get this sent out.